everyone, welcome back to Obscurus Lupa Presents. Today, I've got a fever. And the only cure is more Shark Attack 3. Ah yes, Shark Attack 3, brought to us by David Worth, who also directed Lady Dragon 1 and 2, so you know this is gonna be good. To be perfectly honest, I haven't seen Shark Attack 1 or 2, but since Shark Attack 3 Megalodon is an independent story, I'm happy to tell you that I can blow both of them off. The plot of the third entry is about a lifeguard named Ben who discovers that there is an ancient shark terrorizing his beach. Hilarious stock footage ensues. Ben is played by John Barrowman, otherwise known as Captain Jack Harkness of Doctor Who fame. You might also remember him from Torchwood, but you probably don't. The movie begins with a ship on the Pacific Ocean as the crew works on a regulator under the water. Everything is pretty normal at first, but then you might notice one of the film's unfortunate downfalls.
We're 4 hours behind schedule.
What was that? Why did he sound like a cartoon character? I mean, was it that essential for him to have the cigar in his mouth? He couldn't take it out to say his lines? I'm also pretty sure that it's another guy doing the voice.
See if you can get him to pick up the pace.
Aye aye, Captain. One of the crew members notices something large moving under the water, and oh no, some stock footage and a random shark mouth animation. Because as Shark Attack 3 teaches us, sharks attack on a whim, without regards as to whether it's hungry or even if it's a food source.
Order!
Well, that was fast. Sadly, unlike that other Shark threequel, there's no kick-ass 3D to liven things up. That just sounds like a muffled guy. I don't recall sharks making that sound, or any sound for that matter. Lighthearted transition, take me away, generic Mexican score. That's how you know you're in Mexico, the constant mariachi music. Here we're introduced to Ben, as he uses his skills to flirt with a waitress. Oh yeah, one other thing. In Shark Attack 3, Ben is made out to be somewhat of a ladies' man. In real life, John Barrowman is very gay and very married, which makes the whole thing so much funnier. Here you'll notice that John Barrowman has 2 acting modes, the first being shiny teeth, and the second being hammy. Guess which is his default mode. Ben meets up with one of his fellow lifeguards to start work.
So usual?
And here's yours.
We handed each other drinks.
Hey, size, it's a great life, but what?
Mi vida loco, amigo.
Ruiz pays us to patrol these beaches.
Like I'm being paid to give viewers this clunky exposition. Ben suggests that they go catch some lobsters, but his partner is worried about getting in trouble.
Why do I let you talk me into things like this?
Because you're my bitch.
Haha, we sure do like to laugh a lot! The next scene has a few things wrong with it. The first thing you'll notice is that an old man is trying to catch stock footage that looks to be from 1975. Secondly, you'll wonder why there's a random couple making out on the boat, and why exactly they're there. Thirdly, this.
Oh, what happened? Hold on.
Okay, so if they could afford half the prop, then why the stock footage? It's not like it's any more convincing than what they have now.
30 years.
Yarg, back to voicing the cigar guy from earlier. So those people won't appear again. Meanwhile, Ben magically has a scuba suit and dives in to catch some lobster. Oh, the wacky plot contrivances. While under the water, he notices a cable with some exposed wires. Naturally, he sees something electric and immediately gets his knife out to stab it. He manages to get loose a shark tooth embedded in the cable before some of the guys working on the cable jump scare him into leaving. As per usual, here's another scene from a movie of computers doing things that they can't do. Ben looks up some information on shark teeth to try and identify the species he's dealing with. He takes a picture with a camera that's not even connected to the computer, and it immediately comes up on the page. Meanwhile, at the Natural History Museum... First impressions of this woman's acting ability?
Bonnie's been waiting 65 million years. I think she can wait a half hour while you grab a sandwich.
That voice does not match that body. What accent are they going for? Cajun? Slow? The woman is our leading lady, Kat, who is a paleontologist. Right. She's a paleontologist. Definitely a paleontologist. She receives Ben's email, and upon seeing the tooth, immediately comes to the conclusion that it's a Megalodon! It has to be an ancient extinct species, it's the only thing that makes sense! Ben meets up with his boss, Strange Accent Slimebag, and Jeff Tolley, the CEO of the communications company that owns the cable and the obvious villain. Slimebag boss tells Ben that Jeff plans on having a launch party for the new communications cable. Foreshadowing! Ben explains about the shark bite in the cable, and Jeff acts concerned about losing money. I hope this isn't a cliched character trait that forwards the movie. Ready to see a pointless, misleading scene? Ah yes, making out nude in the waters of Mexico, where everybody speaks English but with a slight accent. As we all know, stock-footed sharks hate nudies. Well, that was kind of misleading. I thought it was going after... What's going on now? How did she swim so fast? Oh, it was a different shark. Not that it looked any different than the Megalodon. The stock footage is pretty much the same.
Pretty ugly, but harmless unless you're a fish about that big.
Then what was it eating earlier? Kat shows up to ask Ben about the tooth he found.
I saw your message on the internet.
I see you like wearing primary colors too.
Pretty important for you to come all the way down here for a single tooth.
Oh, it's a quick flight, and I thought I'd enjoy the change of scenery.
I'm not lying to you or anything.
She tells Ben that she believes the tooth belongs to a rare subspecies of shark. Ben says he's worried about the shark being dangerous, but Kat assures him that there's nothing to worry about. Because she couldn't possibly warn anybody and save lives. Later on, at the set of The Lost Boys, circa 1987, some kooky punks end up in a water slide that, leads to the ocean. This leads to some poorly shot attack footage where apparently they're eaten by sea bear. Who was that?
Fuck.
Ben meets up with Chuck, a friend of his who's working on the cable.
So, Chuck, when you gonna let me pilot her solo?
You gotta pass my test on submersibles first.
Qualifications are for pussies. Kat arrives on the beach with her crew. Are those unflattering pants?
Don't think I don't know you're checking out my ass breathing.
Sexual harassment is fun, isn't it?
Come on.
Playing with your toys?
This here happens to be an underwater lipstick camera.
Looks pretty small to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, our paleontologists.
Guess what, boys? You start chumming.
All right, Sharky, come and get
You're
it.
gonna catch the shark with grape juice? Vaguely jaw-sounding music, run! One of the guys gets lower on the boat to shoot footage of the shark. Oh no, he's gonna get eaten! Just kidding, false hope. He gets eaten later. Doesn't matter.
Unfucking believable!
This guy is unfucking believable.
You can clearly see an animatronic shark here. Again, this begs the question as to why they never use it. Before the shark goes, it politely comes back for a moment so they can tag it.
You got it, Cat.
You bet your balls! Holy fucking shit, we got this baby. Yeah, we got it!
Just move on. Hey, we haven't seen a pointless side character get eaten in a while.
Go!
Well, I'm not going there, dumbass. Hey, they're finally using that animatronic shark. That looks spectacular.
This is a surprise.
I was just hanging out in my low-cut sexy shirt doing marine biology.
Come in.
Please, won't you come in and ogle me?
Ben has showed up to tell Kat about the shark attack. Why he came and told her instead of the authorities, I'm not sure.
So I guess this means you're not a marine biologist after all.
Gee, what tipped you off? The shady internet communication or the excessive lip gloss she's wearing?
It's supposed to be extinct. Megalodon. Ancestor to the great white shark.
With a 10-foot wide bite.
You have a baby swimming off your coast. It's only 15 feet long.
But it's a damn dinosaur.
Like he hasn't dealt with dinosaurs before.
What is that stuff? Kind of barbecue sauce. It helps it identify its food.
What? Identify its food!
Naturally, Ben thinks having a killer ancient shark
Kat,
around is bad and says he has to kill it. Kat wants to save the shark for research, though I only know this through dialogue and not expression. They continue the conversation in the next scene for no reason in particular, as Ben does his best CSI Miami. Kat wants him to come on her boat so they can work together to capture the shark.
Beast cruising around in circles all day.
Smart ass.
Well, excuse me.
Excuse me, princess!
I'm gonna skip the boring explanation and summarize things for you. The Megalodon species avoided extinction by living in the deep water trenches and have gone unseen until now. How an ancient prehistoric shark that attacks anything in sight goes unseen for millions of years, I'm not sure. Ben, Kat, and her crew track down the shark using the tag when they notice it heading toward shore. Barrowman's reaction is priceless.
Oh, Jesus, it's headed right for the resort. Full throttle, now!
We have a shark swimming in the ocean of all places! Full throttle, now! Ben radios the guard on shore to warn the beachgoers to get out of the water. What they didn't count on was the fact that this beach is perpetually in slow motion. Seriously, every time it cuts to the water, everything slows down. No wonder they take such a damn long time to get to land. I didn't plan on sharks during lifeguard training. Everybody just run in circles. In case you're wondering how much slow motion it takes to get out of the water, the answer is 2 minutes worth. Ben shoots at the shark and diverts it, only to lead it straight toward a nearby boat. Ocean life? I never expected that! Sorry, we're too busy pretending to be drunk.
Hey! Move the boat! Move!
They are moving the boat.
We're not gonna make it.
Shit!
A shaky attack shot cut into some noticeably older stock footage. What a surprise.
No, no, no! The shark's dragging her out to sea!
Thanks, Ben. What would we do without you? The shark is heading toward the beach. Now it's heading toward the boat. Now it's dragging her out to sea.
Oh, no, 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 no. She's going down. She's going down.
Oh my god!
How does my hair look?
Oh my god!
Seriously, how does my hair look? I'm trying to rescue you. Oh no, I can't hold on. Keep trying.
Get her in!
I'm incredibly useful. Boobs, face, boobs, face, boobs, face, boobs, face.
I really wish I wasn't fucking useless.
After the deaths, Ben tells his boss about the shark. His boss doesn't want to lose money, so he insists on not clearing the beaches. Can't imagine how this cliche will go wrong.
You cannot let people swim in the water when there's a shark out there!
This is the first recorded incident of a shark in the ocean, you hear me?
I'll come up with something, I'll retire, whatever, but you kill this thing and you do it quickly and quietly, understand?
Perfectly.
Quickly and quietly, that just tightens my jeans.
And it's all my fault.
Whoa, 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 don't blame yourself.
Actually, yes she should, mostly because it's almost entirely her fault. So, she and Ben want to figure out why the shark is attracted to the cable, and they go to Chuck for answers.
Prehistoric, huh?
Well, it looks like you've got yourselves a case of shitty CGI. Meanwhile, if you didn't notice, Chuck is American. The electricity is what attracted the Megalodon out of the trench, and worried that more will be drawn out, they have to try and convince Jeff Tolley to delay his billion-dollar project. Also, Cat looks like a rabbit. I'm not really sure if this next scene qualifies as a big-lipped alligator moment or as a pointless padding scene time. So I'm just gonna settle on random.
That choir's making things really awkward.
Shh, if you don't look at them, they'll go away. So, there's that.
Are you sure this will kill it?
If you want, I can test it out on Friedman first.
Several people have died.
I heard that.
Curtis. Chuck is hacking into the database for the cable in front of his favorite flag when he discovers that Tolley knew about the leak.
You don't throw $100,000 on a party cruise if they're just guests.
Yes, sir. It'll be first class all the way.
I figured out what it is. These characters are so horribly dubbed because they went to the Tommy Wiseau School of Looping. It makes so much sense now.
You knew something was happening! And you covered it up!
I'm lightly struggling.
You're finished, Dolly. When the
Hold him back, boys. He's packing the strength of a mildly annoyed house cat.
My lawyers will have a field day with you. They are the real sharks.
The comedy stylings of Mr. Jeff Tolley, everybody.
Get him out of here.
I'm still struggling. Well, that was blatant. Ben and the others catch wind of the shark and prepare to kill it.
Come on, you mother. Come to Papa.
Which makes me a grandfather. I know what you're doing, motherfuckers. Guess this means he is the real shark. Oh, wait. Ben stabs the shark with, I don't know, a poison dart or something, and it continues to ram the boat before things go quiet. Cat goes into the bottom as they're taking on water because I don't really have a good reason. Then this happens. Oh shit. It's official. This is the smartest shark in the world. You can't hide from it. This is Megalodon, bitches. So what? The shark can make the whole boat shake, but it takes him like 5 minutes to notice that it's broken through the bottom? You mean move it to its mouth? Ben plans to get rid of it the only way you can get rid of a shark. That's right. He beats it with a bat.
Die!
Die, die! I'll just keep saying it. Oh heavens. This was not planned well. You know you can still keep the body for research, right? You know, your whole character motivation, proving your life's work. You'll think of it later. Well, that was a short movie. Oh, well, I guess that means it's not over, is it? Of course not.
Hey, over here!
What? Rewind that. Oh man. They went there. They really went there. It's official. That's the worst use of stock footage in CGI I've ever seen. Coincidentally, it's also the best use of stock footage in CGI I've ever seen. So that's Mama Megalodon. Sure looks like a mouth span of 10 feet, huh? I'd hate to think this movie wasn't accurate. Now that we've gotten the laughs out of our system, we can finally take this movie serious. Oh my god, they're doing it again. It's even the same shot they used the first time. I'll try to contain myself for the sake of the review. Ben signals a random helicopter with a flare gun that magically works when wet.
Hey! Oh, don't fall!
Thanks, Ben. Thanks.
Don't let go!
Thanks, Ben. Somebody learned how to use a green screen. Slimebag Boss still refuses to close the beaches, and Ben and the others are left without help.
So what do we do?
We handle it ourselves.
Like we did the last time. It worked so well. Chuck knows how to get some explosives through lazy writing, and they plan to lure the Megalodon to them by using electricity. Chuck also has a torpedo lying around for them to use.
It'll blow a hole. Clear to the hull of a battleship.
What about a shark?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Gay. Part of the plan involves tagging the shark so the torpedo can lock onto it. Cat has a crossbow they can use, also through lazy writing. You don't want to hear about this, though. You want to see the scene, don't you? Yeah, that scene.
Don't be late.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too, but... You know, I'm really wired. What do you say I take you home and eat your pussy?
I'm not going to blame the writers for this one. John Barrowman said in an interview that the line was improvised after a long day of shooting, and the genius filmmakers decided that it was so good that they kept it in the movie. Well, I can't show you the following scene for obvious reasons, but I can show you a reenactment of it. Meanwhile, at the Super Launch Party Cruise...
How much money is standing on that boat right now? That's my future, and yours.
Haha, it's great being evil, money-grabbing douchebags, isn't it? Chuck and Ben get into the submarine to prepare the explosives, and Cat flies overhead to tag the shark. Man, this Nintendo 64 sucks. Then something goes wrong at the launch party. I never saw this coming.
Son of a beach.
Since Cat once again proves herself useless, Chuck decides to go into the water to tag the shark himself. Haha, grenades are easy to get, you know.
What?
Farewell, Slimebag. We knew you not.
I guess my character is important for some reason.
You'll never catch me, Batman. And there we have the whole reason to watch this film. Chuck tags the Megalodon, but the transmitter is lost when they ram the shark with the submarine. Yeah, that seems plausible. Ben comes up with another plan. But, you know, I'll take my time. I'm not really affected either way.
You okay? Come on, you're okay.
Megalo who?
Shark Attack 3. It's great fun. I highly recommend it for bad movie lovers. It's guaranteed to not disappoint. Just make sure that you watch out for the... you know.